know if you guys hear that or not, but there's a bird right over here chirping or something. It's over there on the bush right there. Thought I heard it. It really sucks being able to try to do these TikToks when, you know, you're addicted to nicotine. But either way, take a walk with me and let me vent. If you want to listen, that'd be cool. Have some advice, that'd be cool too. Let's just go for a little adventure. So, it's just to give people some insight to some things. Yes, my last relationship that I was in was over 10 years long. And it was one of the most toxic relationships I ever had, but yet at the same time it was also one of the most eventful ones, to say the least. When I met her, I wasn't even expecting to meet anybody, and that saying that they say, when you're not looking for somebody, you find somebody, came true with that one, with her. But, you see, the thing is that I also moved away from my hometown. I got opportunities that I never would have been able to have in my hometown because people are very judgmental. That's that town over there, called Pendleton, Oregon. So needless to say, I was a father trying to do my best to be able to be a part of my kid's life while being alienated and battling a system that just ain't right. But fast forward, save all that for another day. Fast forward, currently I've had 3 back surgeries already, and I'm about ready to have my 4th one. I became suicidal. I've always been suicidal, but actually acting on them, I resorted back to cutting and self-harm to be able to make sense of my emotions because I couldn't understand what I was feeling or why I was feeling it. Because I felt abandoned, I felt lost, I felt like I was defective, didn't understand what was wrong with my relationship. I couldn't accept the fact that it wasn't me. It was just the fact that somebody else, your partner, had already moved on and already made the decision up and was just tagging along with you. So, with that being said, I held on the best I could because I believe in relationships, I believe in commitment, I believe in your word, integrity, honesty. And that being said, it brought me back to finding myself back on probation after 20 years of no problems, out in a little secluded area where nobody really knows of, sagebrush and sand on just a property of land. Went to jail and had no support, and I wasn't finding my way out of that hole of darkness and mental depression, and thought I was stuck. So I came back to Pendleton and I reunited with one of my friends that is also an ex. She's been my longest friend, and she's also been one of my most supportive friends my whole life. I've always considered her a friend no matter what. When me and her first had any intimacy or whatever was, in my late 20s, early 30s, and I had a crush on her back when I was 12, 13 years old. I think the best of that girl. I think that she's the most beautiful girl in the world, in the inside and out. And most importantly, she was the very first person to ever let me feel like I had my own family. Situations happened that we parted ways before my last relationship, and that's when I got into the 10-year-long relationship, and now came back to Pendleton, and I was worried about being around my family and stuff like that because I don't like drama, I don't like the chaos, I don't like stress. It makes me dysfunctional. I can't handle emotions very good, and she told me that she would always be by my side, that she wouldn't leave me, that she understood that. And she was also just recently going through a split up and stuff, which made my relationship look like it was fucking vacation compared to what she was dealing with and what she was dealing with, you know, from like September to December that I seen. She probably still does deal with it, but that's just, yeah, I won't even go there. But in the meantime, what happened was the things got, you know, transferred over to me from things that how he was treating her or whatever. And, you know, I ain't perfect, but I got concerned for her, and I found myself in a spot where I didn't know how I was going to handle it, because somebody can only take so much, and if you care about somebody so much, you're going to end up making sure that person's safe. And that's where I was at. I meant no harm with what I did, you know, reaching out to her family and stuff, and trying to get somebody somehow to be able to talk sense into her in a way that words I can use or whatever. And and definitely that caused it to where me and her are no longer friends by her choice. She's made it very clear that she don't want nothing to do with me, and I have to be okay with that. But you know, this has been since December when I found that out, and really hearing it and really knowing it, and knowing that yet again it was like just being tossed away like nothing, when my emotions were real, my feelings were real. And I had so much, for the first time, feeling joy just from being around her, because I didn't feel that for like 10 years. I just felt like I was the problem. And being around her, just her presence made it to where like the stress went away. I felt joy, I felt a smile on my face for the first time. And that made me feel that love for her again. And that you know, feeling that you could be able to maybe try to make the past better by making a future, making that the now so good that you just forget about the past. And I guess I just took the past and kind of shoved it back. It's down there, but she didn't. And I've been reminded of the things I did when me and her were together, and you know, pouring oil on her stuff, just being an asshole, regardless of why. And I was wrong for that. But I know that you can't make anybody forgive you, and you definitely can't make anybody forget. And she's not the only one that's held on to that. Her family members have too. And I'm sure that's part of the reason why she don't want nothing to do with me, is because she doesn't want to disappoint her family or whatever. Because the girl that I'm talking about, she's the most forgiving person. She would give her fucking shirt off her back if she knew that you were freezing or needed it, or anything. Like, anytime she'd go to the store, she'd just say, hey, do you need anything? You know, that was shit that I wasn't even used to. She was the first person that ever got me Christmas gifts that I would open Christmas gifts, you know, or accept them, because I used to let gifts sit for over a year before I'd open them sometimes. But that's why I'm not, like, I am single and shit, but at the same time, I know that I got a lot of work to do, and I know that I'm damaged goods. I would love to have, you know, the sexual intimacy or whatever, or even the connection with a female, but I know that that would be also taken away from that person. And I know that's not what it's all about. So I guess I'm just saying that sometimes it's just okay to be single, and sometimes it's okay not to be okay. But today I'm okay, and I just wish things could have been a little bit different, because it hurts deep knowing, and that girl was the most amazing girl I've ever known.